Can Visser improve from P3? He's about to make his way to the line then. And across the line he goes, and no. And there we go. There's our grid for the race. Kruger, Milan, Visser, Perez, A. Conley, Jamie Franzi, Betch, Garrett, Strama, Mollers, Rajnoa, Dietz, Goldie, and Kaleshnikov. That is the grid for the race.
Green light. Go, go, go.
We're away then. You heard it there, the green light. We are away. 2x2 down to our Rouge. Is going to have to go single file pretty soon. You see some of the guys at the back going, trying to go side by side through there. Everybody looks like they've made their way through our Rouge cleanly now. Down onto the Kemmel Straight though. Milan's got a great drive off the top of Radion. He looks like he's going to be challenging to go around the outside. And we've got Visser as well, looking to go up the inside into Les Combes. It looks like we were almost 3 wide there, heading down into Les Combes. You see Kruger's got the inside lane, and then Milan's going to have to back off for now, and Visser's sniffing around, trying to find any space he can. We've got an Aston Martin having to cut the corner a little bit in the background, but we'll keep with this leading battle for now. It looks like Kruger's managed to fend off that initial attack by Milan, and Milan's now having to play defensive, as he's got Visser trying to climb into the gearbox then of his Audi. Mollers and Strama, I think, coming through Blanchimont. Bit of touch in there, the best go wide. No harm done though it does mean the Aston Martin of Strama is sniffing around, and Dietz is going to go around the outside into the bus stop chicane then of Strama. I thought he was going to get Mollers as well there, but he doesn't quite manage to get the braking done in time. And Dietz takes another position. It looks like who's that's going to make their way past? I think Kaleshnikov's going to make his way past now as well. As we do look into the background, we see Jamie Franzi misses a braking point completely, has to take avoiding action to not go into the back of the Bentley there. And that'll drop him down to last place. And we did see then Dietz made his way past Mollers. Meanwhile, up the front, everything's staying as it is for now, but Milan's got a great drive onto Kruger for the lead. Then he's going to dive up to the inside for the Les Combes hairpin. Got the inside line. Can he get the braking done? It's side by side, but Kruger seems to be much better on the brakes, much more confident at this phase of the race, but he's not done with this yet. He manages to get the inside line then. And still, he's looking to try and go too wide. Visser sees his opportunity now. He's trying to go around the outside of the Bruxelles hairpin. Don't think he'll quite get that done, and they'll file back into single file, heading down to No Name in towards Pouan. But A. Conley again sniffing around this one, trying to make his way into this fight for the lead. And as you can see from the timing screens, once again the Bentleys are indeed flying through this race. Dietz up to P8. Dietz now up to P6. It's a great drive from Dietz at the start of this race. He's made his way past Betch now as well even, so it's not going to be too long before he's on the back of this battle for the lead. That's Garrett just up ahead of him. You can see just how much he's managed to make his way through this race. There is the leading battle through his windscreen going into Pouan there. Here's your race leader then for the moment, as we do see, oh, that's Visser going very, very wide through the bus stop. He'll gained a lot of time there. He's going to have to give up at least one position, slowing down, and he does indeed. A. Conley then makes his way past. And Visser, we thought he was going to be part of this fight for the lead. He's now got the place to A. Conley thanks to that mistake at the bus stop, and he's going to have Dietz. And you see Dietz there going up the inside of the source on Garrett. Great big Bentley in his rear view mirror. And that is Dietz. Look at the closing speed he's got on the Bentley already. He's taking a look at any gap he can find. Pretty much he can pick his corner and take it where he wants. And that's the corner he's going to do it. Visser runs wide, then coming out of campus, and Dietz says, thank you very much. I'll have that position now. Way through Origin Radial then, see if he might be able to take a look at the inside going into Les Combes again. Does look like he's got a lot more pace this time coming over the crest of the hill. He's already alongside Kruger in the Lexus then. We're going side by side down the Kemmel Straight. Milan's got the inside line. He's got his nose ahead as well now as we head down to Les Combes. Who's better on the brakes? He's pulled ahead. Takes the line. Can he get it slowed down in time? He can. And Milan takes the lead then ahead of Kruger. But Kruger's not quite done yet. He's looking to try and poke his Lexus back up the inside. You see, that was Kruger going wide on entry to the bus stop then. That's bunched these guys right back up again. That's not done A. Conley any favours, as Kruger was playing very defensively on the outside. And that just means Dietz gets the better drive out of the bus stop chicane into the inside of La Source and takes that position with relative ease, it has to be said. So the Lexus drivers not really working together at the moment. Kruger having that mistake's really not helped A. Conley in this fight. And in turn, that's not going to help Kruger himself either, because Dietz is bearing down on him, and you'll be able to see as we head down the Kemmel Straight just how. Again then, he's going to have to wait unless he fancies a daring move down through Blanchimont, which he might well do this lap. He's got the inside line. They're going side by side then, down through Blanchimont. And Dietz again has to back out of it. You can't go too wide through there. It's far too risky. Meanwhile, a bit further back, we have some more close on-track action then. We've got Garrett in the Aston Martin. He's got Betch for company just behind him. These guys battling away for a few laps now, as well as we've got Perez and Jamie Franzi getting quite close to each other on the road as well. Jamie Franzi's just made his way past Perez, in fact, up to P8, so he's on that brilliant recovery drive so far. Nearly 2 seconds a lap faster, as we do see Kaleshnikov was looking to make a move into the bus stop, dives up the inside, goes very wide. Dietz had to drive defensively there to avoid action, to avoid contact. And that's given Kruger a bit of breathing room now then in the Lexus. You can see him now making his way down to La Source. He's got a bit of a gap. So 83 Season 1 on Assetto Corsa Competizione. Oh, Kruger goes very deep into the bus stop chicane. Dietz is going to get the better drive out then as we make our way down towards La Source. And that could be the opening that Dietz needed. Kruger manages to just about hold it together and get the drive, then Dietz looking around the outside down into the La Source hairpin. Can he be late enough on the brakes, or is he going to try for the switchback? Can't quite get the move done there. Making that Lexus 17 feet wide. And don't forget, both of these guys still need to do their mandatory pit stops, and I think that could be the make or break, though. Dietz is very, very close this time, heading down into Les Combes. Look. Kruger goes defensively onto the inside line. Dietz looking to go around the outside. He holds the outside line this time. It's going to give him the inside line for the second part of the corner, but he goes a bit too much over the inside, and it's going to be Kruger's corner once again. Putting that Lexus in all the right parts of the track, as we do see Kaleshnikov's right the way back on the back of these guys again now then. So Dietz is going to be looking both offensively and defensively. Through we go. Through No Name. And down to Pouon. Kruger's very, very wide then. That's going to give Dietz the inside line into Pouon. That might be the opening he needed. Does send it up the inside. Kaleshnikov thinking about it as well. So Dietz does finally manage to make his way past that Lexus then into P2. On Chimont then, will he try the move he tried on Dietz a little while ago? I don't think he'll be able to pull it quite off on the Lexus. The Lexus a lot better on the brakes, but Kruger again goes wide, and now he pulls into the pits then. He's had enough of the tyres. 32 minutes of the race left, and Kruger finally deciding to come in off that set of tyres. And so is Milan, in fact, from the lead. So that pulls Dietz and Kaleshnikov out in P1 and P2 for the moment. Here we go. We've got Garrett and Betch as well, both in. And making their way into their pit boxes. And yeah, it's a very long pit lane here. The pit entry is very much the same as the pit entry for the Formula 1 teams. But then as you come out, you've got this very long section here. As you make your way around La Source, still in the pit lane, as we're seeing with Raj Noah. Behind him, and Garrett's picked up a drive-through penalty then. So some sort of troubles happened in the pits for Garrett, and he's picked up a drive-through penalty, and that'll be great for Betch. She's been fighting with Garrett for quite some time now, and that's just going to hand Betch that 8th place. Here we go through a Rouge with Milan then. You can see on the left-hand side, you just saw a snippet of it there at the Bentleys. And it's very, very close between these guys now then, as we're all up to racing speed. Kaleshnikov and Dietz, in fact, have swapped places in the pits then, and Milan just about manages to stay ahead of them, but you can see how much the gap has closed. Further back, we've got Jamie Franzi's currently chasing down Mullers in the Lexus. Sitting in P9 at the moment then. He's dropped back a little bit now from that pink Lexus in front of him. See if he can pull back any time on those guys. Sort of been running a little bit in his own race. He had a bit of an incident earlier on in the race down into La Source. From Milan, he's gone very wide around La Source it was, and that's going to pull a Kalashnikov alongside, and Dietz is right there behind him as well. Too wide down the hill then towards Rouge and Radion. There's so much more pace in that Bentley, but it's going to be the inside line for Milan, and Dietz trying to make it look as well, just about holding on to it. And Milan's gone round, Milan spun it through a Rouge, and that leaves the Bentleys to go and fight it out on the hill, and that is absolutely distraught. I'm sure he is behind the wheel of that Audi. He's had such a strong race, and he's dropped it coming up the hill. And now the Bentleys side by side, and Dietz makes his way back up into P1 then. So Dietz up into P1. And looks like Strama's carrying so much more speed through Radion. And you can see it there, pulls out the toe really early down the Kemmel straight onto the inside. And that's an easy move there. The Strama in the Aston Martin breezes past the Porsche of Jamie Franzi up into P8. And interestingly enough, up ahead, Kalashnikov with a drive-through penalty. Kalashnikov, who was running in P2, having that fight with Dietz in the Bentley, he's picked up a drive-through penalty, I'm assuming, for track limit. 1-2 we were expecting, as you can see. Here we go then. Kalashnikov pulling in, and he spins it on pit entry as well. It's all going wrong for the Bentley man. He's going to have to do a 3-point turn to get that into the pit entry. Kalashnikov's just managed to move himself back up to P8 past Strama. Strama, who's had an issue somewhere. Strama in the number 48 car must have had an issue. He was running way ahead of Jamie Franzi, and now he's back down behind Perez. But Strama having an issue promotes Jamie Franzi up to 7th and Kalashnikov up to 8th. Round the final apex and towards the line. And it's a win then for Joseph Dietz at Spa. Solid drive once again for the Bentley man. Another solid drive. Kruger, he got his elbows out earlier on, held the Bentleys behind as long as he could. He comes home to pick up a well-deserved P2 in that red Lexus. There we go. He is the champion of this season then. Dominant season from Joseph Dietz. He goes and takes season 1 of the European Racing Series GT3 Championship here on Assetto course. He's got a bit of an audience now doing donuts at the top of the hill. A well-deserved title. He's absolutely destroyed the competition in this season, and yeah, you can see celebratory donuts from all at the top of the hill. P2 for Kruger, P3 for Milan, P4 for Betch. Mullers in the Lexus was P4. Jamie in a solid P6. Kalashnikov got himself back up to P7 after that drive-through penalty. Perez P8, Strama in P9, Rajnoa rounding out the top 10 with Goldie and A. Conley. A. Conley with that absolutely dreadful final lap. He was driving solidly for a third, and it all went wrong.